This thing's been sitting here for 2 months. I'm gonna steal it, take it back to the shop with me, and I'll give you guys a ride along what it's like to be in this this monstrosity of a car, right? G37 coupe. I'm sure you guys know what it is. Yeah, it's it smells a little rubbery. Something's rubbing for sure. I don't really drive this car often, but when I do, it's an interesting, definitely interesting drive. So I'll take you guys going on I-4, and I'll show you guys what it's like to be in this car. As you can tell, this car is very loud. I think the first drive she ever drove with, she basically these cars have like big flex pipes. She basically rubbed through all of them, like the left and right. So this thing's pretty much open-headed. It's pretty loud. Right now I'm at 2,000 RPM. Now 1.5, and it's hold on, I'll show you. It's an interesting car, but it's pretty cool. I like driving it. Does 80 pretty smooth. You can probably barely hear me, but it's pretty smooth. As you can tell, this shit's a little bouncy. Nothing crazy, but yeah, definitely bouncy for sure. I don't know what it is about this car, but this car just makes people angry. I'm doing 80. I'm in the middle lane chilling. I'm not bothering nobody, and people just feel the need to like just fly by and cut you off and give you dirty looks. Why? I'm not going slow. I'm in the middle lane, and people just get pissed off at this type of shit. But fuck it. I didn't get that on camera, but I just took a bump, and this bitch flew off. And this bitch is on there pretty tight too. I don't know. Oh, there we go. This is where it starts to get hairy. No Potter. I lied, it's not that bad. I thought it'd be worse. Oh, damn. Woo. Alright, we're good, we're good. This is a little bouncy, but it's been so long that I drove a car like this. I think it's been about a year when I had my Civic, but it's not that, I don't even know how to call it. Like when you don't drive So I did show the car in the beginning. I showed the car in the beginning and I realized I never talked about it. I never explained what's new. I never really showed it off. So I'm gonna do that now since I forgot to do that the day of. And that was on the Saturday of the LZ Invitational event. I did record those days. I recorded drifting, I recorded the competition, but it's all very repetitive. It's all very repetitive content, so I just basically just tossed it. So basically, what I'll be recording now is just showing you what's new on the car. By the way, that's the daily I'm talking about. That's the car I want to give a little sauce to. But yeah, I'll show you now the. Oh, there we go. Show you the car right now. So it did have the flames, like the flame style stickers, I guess. We added the stars, blue stars and the little twinkles. Brands are on the car, or for example, Mazworks, that's just where I work. Tap Slaps, of course, that's who made all this happen. Shout out to Tap. Every time I have an idea, he basically lays it out in the computer and makes it happen, brings it into real life. Yeah, I'll start here in the front. You see the little twinkles, that's what I call them. And then you got regular stars, BC Racing for the BC coils. We got here Tap Slaps, that's of course the name of the man who made it happen. Big stars, little stars. Then you got work wheels right here, because we got some work wheels right here. More stars, more twinkles. We got Mazworks here because I work at Mazworks. And we got Drift HQ because that's the angle plates. I don't want to call it an angle kit because it's not a kit. It is angle adapter plates. And yeah, pretty much. Lavish, of course. Shout out to Caleb. If you haven't copped any Lavish merch, you're sleeping. Yeah, pretty much right here. This is version 2. Let's end it up, wrap it up for the livery reveal. Pretty much it was just an addition onto the old livery, the old stickers, just to give it a little bit more of taste, I guess you could say. And pretty much I'm gonna leave that car alone. I'm not gonna keep touching it. What I will end up doing is taking the livery off. I haven't got to enjoy the car. I never got to enjoy just the fresh paint alone, bare. And I've been thinking about that a lot. So after a few months, I'll take the livery off. But what I really want to focus on is the stuff for the Civic. So right here is the block for it. This is a K24 A2 block, short block. I sold the head because I will be using a K20 head, which is over here. I have this K20 Z3. Oh, this looks like fucking shit. I have this K20 Z3 long block. If you didn't know, that was off my old SI, my coupe. I kept it, so I'm gonna be using the head for the block to do a Frankenstein, 20 head, 24 bottom. I have the transmission right here, 6-speed, also Z3. I think it's like one of the best transmissions you can use. Hopefully I can get going on this soon. I have a few parts left. Well, I have a decent amount of parts left. I still have to buy the fuel system, headers, axles, radiator hoses, and honestly, I think that's. I need an engine harness and the conversion harness, charge harness, and that should be everything I need to finish the case swap. But what I'm gonna do as well, since I've never really shown in detail, I'm gonna give you guys a shop tour / update of what we got going on here. We meaning my girlfriend and Tap. If you guys didn't know, we all have a shop together. Her car is not here right now, but yeah, here it is. Take you guys from the beginning. So it's my welder I just got not too long ago. And here is Tap's car. I'll give you a little update on this, or a little, show you guys in depth what this car has been. So it's been a project he's been working on. I've been giving him a hand here and there. He's running the same thing I'm about to run, K24 block with a K20 head. Only difference is he has a Type S head. I have a SI head. Of course, kinetic gasket, the ARP studs, Type S oil pump. Basically the package you want to give every K series when you're just trying to beat on it. Radium fuel system looks very nice. K-Power, I think it's K-Power or K-Miata. One of those two intake manifold, which looks like a really bulky RVC, but just flipped around to be in a rear-wheel drive position. Yeah, I really like how simple this is. He simplified a lot of things just to make it easier for him to work on. What I've done on here, I did these headers. Basically, he bought S2000 headers, and you can see these section here and section here. I cut the flange off. I welded a K-series flange. The only reason I had to cut that section off is because the S2000 headers, the runners are spaced out a little more, so I had to squeeze them in just to make those made up with the flange. V-mount radiator setup, and what I did was just weld those brackets down there in an angle just so he can V-mount it. But yeah, a lot of cool details on this car. AN lines for the cooling. I like how he did that. I also did this coolant neck right here. So he had a chase base fill neck, and what I did was I incorporated the stock K20A2. That is the radiator hose for the front wheel drive setup. I made a little cage for it. I'm not sure if you can see very well. I made that little box cage for it, and then welded a bung to it so he can adapt his fill neck too. I like it, looks factory, looks, it's sleek, nothing crazy. We did have to modify it because everything was done off the car, and once it was bolted on, it was aiming that way. So he went ahead, cut it, adjusted it, he made a piece to go in there, and that got re-welded last week. Yeah, little by little, it's getting there. I'm excited to see him at the track. Laid a little sticker on there for him. Yeah, this thing will be coming out soon. I did do the exhaust for it. Basically, ooh, it's dark in here, you can't see anything. But it's basically a 3-inch exhaust V-band oval, so it's tucked into a vibrant resonator with a turn down tip. It ends right around the axle just for clearance and simplify things. It's actually surprisingly straight pipe to just a resonator, not even a muffler. It's not loud at all. Pretty much what's left here, of course, except from putting stuff together, we got to do the hydro, which tomorrow I should be welding that in there. I'm welding a steel base because usually if you don't weld a steel base, or if you don't reinforce it, if you just bolt a hydro straight to your trans tunnel, after yanking it a few times, you end up making that metal really soft, and it starts to tear it around the hydro. We also want something really solid, but yeah, it's been a interesting, I guess you could say, it's definitely been an interesting project. Something new for me, something new for him. So it's been a journey of learning and just basically gaining knowledge and experience throughout it. He's definitely done a lot of work. He's definitely done a lot of work to it, and still work to go, but Hopefully it's on the street soon so we can go to events. I really want to see them at an event. Oh, this battery box right here. It, again, something that got made off the car, and it has to be modified because I made this at the shop without the car, and it turns out to be too bulky. You can barely see, but it's basically a hair away from hitting the tire. So that'll be getting modified. We also did these Willwood dual caliper setup. Basically, we took all the stock caliper ears off the knuckle, cut them off, and we re-welded new ones to be able to mount a dual setup. What's cool about this is usually you have people run a stock caliper, then an aftermarket one, or 2 stock ones. He actually went ahead and ran 2 Willwood calipers with a 2-piece rotor. As you can see, pretty cool stuff. It's a pretty cool car, and it has a lot of cool bits. Yeah, can't wait to see it out. This is just basically just random stuff we got here. Radio, jam out, fun. Got some toys here, another Type S block. Yeah, got the wheel wall right here, just random wheels and tires, engine hoist, just the random stuff any shop would have. And most of those wheels are his. I don't really have much. I do have these left, and no, don't ask me for them. They're not for sale. I'm dying with these. Probably one of my favorite wheels of all time. Those are his as well, right here on the wall. And these are mine right here. Do have a full set of these. These will be for sale soon. They're by 10 all around, 3-inch lips, and then the other ones are 4-inch lips. But they are high disc, so they do have the offset's not bad. I guess for example, the fitment that sits right now, the Gartmeyers all around, they sit exactly like that. So I guess that gives you an idea of what the offset is on those. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the shop tour. The last thing I gotta show, or the last thing I can show, is the office, the hangout room, living room, whatever you wanna call it. We got in here, just a little chill spot, AC. Got the casting couch. Just a few little things. Somewhere you can hang with. Somewhere you can hang out at. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the shop tour. Before I close this video out, what I am gonna do is, it's sketchy, but I'm gonna show you guys how we get up there for our storage stuff. Don't try this at home. Pull this little leg out, both of them. So you give yourself some steps. Yes, this is a table. Works great as a ladder too, 2-in-1. Get out of it. Just I just had to put a few things away, so I figured while I do that, show you guys how we get around the shop. To get down here, reach a step. Oh shit. And you try not to fall. It's always the objective, try not to fall.